Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, I have another dip powder set from Pretty Diva. If you watched my last video, I showed two of them in the beginning, but I did want to save this one for another video. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open it up so I can show you guys the colors. So opening up this dip powder package, I do love the packaging. I feel like it's super nice. It doesn't really comes with a lot, which is pretty good because I don't like to have a lot of stuff everywhere. I really love these containers as well. I feel like it's just super simple and I like it. So the first thing we get are the instructions. You don't get any pictures, but I'm pretty sure it will still be very easy to follow. So now I'm just going to show you guys the colors. So this first color, they don't go by names. They don't even have numbers. I haven't seen any numbers of like the color, but this first one is like a really pretty shimmery pink. It's a really pretty, like really soft pink, really gorgeous. This next color is, so I didn't know what it was at first because it could be a clear or it could be a white, but it's actually white, and then it has some like foil pieces in it. I did receive one like this already in one of the previous sets that I got from Pretty Diva, and these foils are like very hard to actually get on the nail, especially since this being dip powders. Like once you dip your nails, the foils will not stick. But the next color we get is a really bright and pigmented red, and then the last color we get is a red glitter, which also has some gold glitter in it. It's super pretty, but it also reminds me of Christmas, but it's pretty though. I really love how the sparkles look. So yeah, these are all of the colors. It did come with only 4. I didn't get any dip liquids, but yeah, so far I really do love these dip powders from Pretty Diva. I think this is like my third time using my third or fourth time using one of their sets, and honestly I'm super satisfied with what I got. If you are into dip powders, I do recommend because they are very good. So now I'm going to be swatching these out, and like I mentioned, I didn't get any dip liquids to go with this, so I'm just going to be using some of my Model 1's base coat just to swatch them. And I just apply some of the base coat underneath the nail swatch. I dip it into the jar and just cure it, and that is how I'm going to be doing my swatches. Now for this second color, it is a white with like some foil pieces in it, and I don't know what they thought they was doing with this foil, because this being dip powder, if you dip your nails, the foils are not going to be sticking to your nails. So I just feel like that was kind of unnecessary, and it probably won't work unless you physically pick out the foils and apply it to your nails, but that would be too much work, at least for me anyway. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and continue swatching this last color. When you are swatching glitters, it's best to not like dip your nails, but kind of just like set it on top of the glitters, if that makes sense. That way you get that entire effect. So this is what the colors look like once I have finished swatching them, and they do show up a little bit better with my sleeve behind it. We get some really basic colors, but also very pretty colors. I think my favorite has to be like that shimmery pink, just because like pink is my second, I guess it's my second favorite color, with purple being the first. But yeah, it's really pretty and I love that shimmer in it. And so yeah, this is the other set of swatches I did in my last video. Like I said, I did receive 2 of them, but I saved this one for another video. This is the set I did, and if you are interested in seeing how I did it, make sure to click up here in the right corner to check out that video. Okay, so now moving on to the next part of the video. So in my last video, I did do like the gel based coat method with the dip powders, applying them, and I was actually curious to see if they would actually work as acrylics, because dip powders and acrylic powders are basically the same thing. I didn't read anywhere on here that says it can be used as a 2-in-1 dip powder, but I was curious, so I did record this just to show you guys and let you guys see how it came out. So before I even dip into this powder with my monomer, I am just going ahead and using my tweezers to take out some of those bigger pieces of the foils because I didn't want those in my swatches. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start to swatch this as acrylic. And I was actually super surprised. Like this first bead, it was very easy to pick up, and as you can see, it is starting to polymerize. I think I'm saying that right, but basically that is just when the monomer and the powder just basically mix and set up to be ready to be used. And so as you can see, I put it at the cuticle part of my swatch, and I'm just starting to work this bead down, and I was completely blown away. I don't know why I was that surprised, probably because it didn't say it was a 2-in-1 formula, but of course like it's very similar, so I shouldn't have expected nothing too much different. But yeah, as you can see, it's working very nice, and I was loving this a lot because I do like to work with acrylics more than dip powders. So now that I know that these Pretty Diva powders can be used as acrylics, I'm even more excited now to use them. And this is what the swatch looks like. I only used 2 beads, so yeah, I'm really satisfied with how the swatch came out. What I love the most about this swatch is that it became so buttery, and the monomer I'm using is the not polished monomer, just in case some of you were wondering. But yeah, getting into the actual nail set, I do have on my peel off base. I think I used the cuticle oil method with like 2 or 3 coats of top coat, curing for 30 seconds in between. And I wanted to share with y'all these new nail tips I've recently got from Secret Nail Affair. When I was on their website, I saw these and I had to get them because look how like perfectly shaped they are. Like once you apply these, you don't have to do any filing. Like these are literally the most perfect stiletto tips I've ever seen, and I used these today and they worked so good. I also wanted to show you again this Kiara Sky new stick it glue. They recently launched this. The first time I showed you guys this in a video, I didn't do a voiceover, so I really couldn't like explain what I really wanted to say. But y'all, this glue works so good. When they say this glue dries super fast, they are not lying about this glue. Like with this cuticle oil and top coat pop off method, the shiny layer from the nails, when using my other glue, sometimes it doesn't stick because like it's super shiny, and as you guys know, like glue doesn't like to stick to shiny surfaces. I didn't wipe these nails off. As you can see, they're like super shiny. I didn't buff over the nail tips either, and I'm just effortlessly gluing these on with like no problem. I didn't even have to speed this up because it was going by so like super fast. And if you are looking for some good nail glue, I do recommend this Kiara Sky one. I don't have a code, but as I always love to say, you can use my nail friend Kate's code and you can save 10% off your order. And one other thing I did want to say about this glue, if you are planning to purchase it, whenever you use this glue, make sure that you align these nails straight, because once that glue hit the nail tip, like it is completely stuck on, and you will have to like soak it off to like get it off because it just dries super fast and it holds really strong. So now getting into the actual application part of the video, since I like to use acrylic powders more than dip powder, I did decide to use them as acrylics in today's video. And I wanted to start off with like, I know for sure I wanted to use the pink and the white. I was inspired a little bit by the gold flakes in the white powder, so I thought of this set to do like a marble with some of the gold glitter encapsulated into it. So that's just what I'm doing for my ring finger. And so I'm doing a marble for my ring finger, and I always see like this really easy technique to work with really wet beads to create a marble, and I would say it came out pretty good, but I also feel like I didn't have enough space to do the marble since I am using these really sharp stiletto tips. But also then again, these colors are very light, so I feel like they kind of blended into each other and just made like a lighter pink. You can see a little bit, but I feel like it's not really a very extinct type of marble. Like you can see it obviously, but yeah, I'm just doing the best I can to create this marble. And then also I'm still making sure to keep my size in. I do feel like stiletto nails are the easiest to do just because you just put it on the nail and just bring it down to a tip. Like that is just super easy instead of having to file the free edge and like, you know, get that product straight. And stiletto nails are just so much more easier. So yeah, I'm just filling in the nail until I get it all covered, and then I will go in and add some foil pieces in there. I was going to speed this part up, but I am going to take the time to do my featured comments. So here are today's featured comments. Thank you guys so much for watching and commenting on my last video. If you want to have a chance to be one of my featured comments in my next video, all you have to do is just leave a comment below. So here I did take some of the foils that I got from the white powder. I didn't want to waste anything, so I am going to be incorporating this into the set. I'm just taking my tweezers and just breaking up some pieces, and I am going to be putting them on the nail. In a few seconds, I will grab my clear acrylic from Not Polish, and I will be applying that to the nail to also help me apply these gold foils. Also, I did want to mention, if you are eyeing my heart dampen dish, it is linked down below in my Amazon storefront. I will be linking a lot more items that I get from Amazon so that it can all be in one place instead of having to link it individually every time in every single one of my videos in the description box. So yeah, I went ahead and applied all of the foils that I was going to add. I didn't really like the placement too much, but I just kind of placed it everywhere on the nail. And now, using my Not Polish clear, I am going to be encapsulating this nail. Usually I will wait until I'm done with this set, but I did want to see how the colors look underneath the clear first. Just in case I didn't like it, I could have just took this nail off, but I actually did like it, so I am going to be keeping this nail. And I'm just going to be clear capping this nail to protect my foil design and also the marble underneath. So now that I have that finger encapsulated, like I said, I am going to be keeping it. And now for the next nail, I am going to do it a solid pink shimmer color, which is going to be for my pinky nail. I really love how this color looks, and it was super like shimmery. It reminded me of like unicorns. Like, it was just so pretty, and it was making a lot of shimmers in my monomer though. I didn't really like that too much just because I did have to do other nails, but when dipping back into that, it kind of settled to the bottom, so I didn't really pick up too much from my brush. And I'm just going to be working this onto the nail, and as you can see, that is just one bead so far, and it is completely over, basically over the entire nail. So I'm getting a lot better with my application. Usually when I first started doing acrylic nails, I would place the bead and immediately start to swipe it down, and I would just be removing all of the product from the nail. But now I realize you don't have to rush with using acrylics. You want it to set up just a little bit first and then go in and work it over the nail, because if not, you will be wasting product. And yeah, I learned that the hard way. And as you can see, this only took 2 beads to get this coverage. Of course, I will be encapsulating, so I don't have to worry about the thickness. I'm just cleaning up around the cuticle area first before moving on to the next nail. And then also, I wanted to use this pink again at the tip of the nail because I wanted to do an ombre. So the ombre is going to be the pink at the tip, and then of course the white powder fading down into the pink. I do feel like Pretty Diva should promote these as 2-in-1 powders, because these colors were like so good as acrylic powder, and they was easy to blend also. Like, it was just so smooth, like better than some, I'm not gonna say any names, but these were actually better than some of the cheaper acrylic powder brands that I've used. And like, yeah, I just think they are so good. I haven't tried any other of the other sets that I got from Pretty Diva as acrylic powders. This is the only one, but I'm pretty sure it will work the same because they have that formula. But yeah, I think these are very nice to work with as acrylic powders. And like I said, since I can use them as acrylic powders, I do like them a lot more, just because dip powder nails aren't really my specialty. I do try to like dibble and dabble and try to do some tutorials, because I do know a lot of you guys love to see the dip powder videos, so I do try to still do it. So for the pink, I did put it over the entire tip just because I didn't know how far I wanted my ombre to go down. So I just put it over the entire tip, and I'll get to that later and adjust how far I want my ombre to go. But before I add my second color, I have seen some people do this technique where once they put down the first color, they do apply some clear like right over where they're gonna ombre it down. You will be able to create like the perfect seamless blend. I know a lot of times they do this method when using like really pigmented colors, especially when you have to wait for the first color to dry. I know a lot of people are impatient, because I am too. Sometimes they just want to go in and just do the colors without having to wait. But if you do apply the clear over the first color, it just kind of creates like a protective seal so that you can easily blend it down into the first color. Adding this white right here, it was starting to look like an ice cream cone, which I thought was very cute, and it kind of inspired me to like try to do an ice cream cone nails. So I will be doing a very fun like yummy ice cream set pretty soon. And after my second bead of white, I did start to think it was kind of overpowering the pink. I kind of wanted the pink to pop just a little bit more. So I did go in at the tip with another bead of that pink and blend it upwards into the white. I do kind of wish this pink was like a little bit more vibrant, even though I do love the really soft tone to it. Like I really love that, but when applying it to the nail, comparing it to the white, especially on the marble nail, I feel like you can't really like tell that is even there unless you look like really hard at it. Like by itself alone, obviously you can see the pinkness to it and it looks really pretty. I just wish this really soft pink would like pop just a little bit more. But on my index, I did decide to go in with another solid color just because I really did like this pink color a lot. If you're still watching and you're enjoying this video and you haven't liked the video, make sure to go ahead and like this video. It will really help me out a lot. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also turn on my post notifications so that you don't miss out on any of my uploads. The whole time I'm doing my nails, I was just like really excited and happy about how these tips look. Like these are literally the most perfect stiletto tips you can get. I will have these linked down below so that you can check them out if you're interested. I promise you, you will not regret it. And for the thumb, I did decide to go in with another marble. As you can see, I'm using really wet beads, trying to get this product evenly on the nail as possible. I didn't want there to be too much of one color, but I do know for my ring finger it was kind of too much of the white, so I did go in with a little bit more of the pink for this nail. Like I said, these colors are really light and I feel like they blended a little bit too much together, but I'm just taking my clear again and some of those foils to apply some of the foils to the nails, and then I will be done with my application. And this is how the thumb turned out along with the other nails. Once again, I'm just super happy about these nail tips, and I was really loving how that index and pinky looked. Like that pink color was just so pretty and shimmery. Now it's time to encapsulate the nails. I'm using my not polished clear 2-in-1 powder to encapsulate. This clear is very easy to work with along with all the other not polished powders. I really love not polished. They are super buttery, and if you don't already know, I am a not polished ambassador, so you can save 10% off using my discount code, which is KEY10, which will always be linked down below in my description box. So I'm just encapsulating the nails, and of course I have to do this for all of the nails to protect my design and protect the shimmers from that pink. I did encapsulate the rest off camera, and this is what it looks like. It's really important to make sure that you are keeping the sides in so that you don't have to do that much filing. And here is the side view. I think I did a decent job on the apex, but since this is going to be a pop-off set, I never really worry about the apex too much. But some days it's good to go in and practice. Like, practicing never really hurt anything. So now I'm going in with the filing, and as always, I'm starting off by using my 8080 grit nail files from Pana, which is also linked down below in my Amazon storefront. These are my favorite files. I love to use these. They get the job done so much faster, and yeah, I love them a lot. So I start by reshaping the sides and also going underneath the nail. Making sure that you have that shape is really crucial to like the top of the nail, because sometimes you can overfile in places when really it's just the shaping, like the shape of the nail. I'm not sure if that's making sense, but I do have a more in-depth filing video that I did, I believe, like a month ago. I will have it linked in the cards just in case you want to check that video out. And I do like to go over the surface of the nail to kind of smooth it out. Then also I go around the cuticle area just a little bit of what I can with the hand file, because I can't really get back in that little crease like I can with my e-files. So I do as much as I can just because I have a lot more control over it. And I just do this for all of the nails. Every time I do stiletto nails, I always remember how fun it is to shape them. Like, shaping stiletto nails are so fun for me. But that's what it was looking like. It looks really sharp, and the key to getting that really point, like a really sharp look, is to add a lot more pressure towards the tip of the nail so that it's really sharp. Even if it looks like you're overlapping, like, you just want to add pressure to both sides so that you create that really sharp look. And now I'm going in with a sanding band and getting around the cuticle area to flush that area out. And then also I do go over the surface of the nail just to remove any of the other bulk that I see. You want to make sure that you continue to look the nails from different angles just to make sure. And this is what the nails are looking like after my filing. I think they look really nice. I did overfile a little bit around the cuticle areas of some of my nails, so they look a little bit jagged, but I will be adding some rhinestones to the nails to kind of cover it up. But I'm just going to go ahead and dust off the nails and start applying my design. Well, my bling in this case. But first, before I do that, before I add my charms, I do like to go over my nails with the top coat. And along with those nail tips, I did get some top coat from Secret Nail Affair. I did really want to try it because I hear people talking about the Secret Nail Affair top coat. They says it's really good, so I wanted to try it for myself. So I did purchase some, and I will be using it, as you can see. The consistency, it was really thick, like not too thick to where it's like really thick, but it was thick enough to where when you put it on the nail, it stays exactly where you put it, but it's also very smooth. So let's just say I really love this top coat. It was super easy to apply, and it was really shiny as well. Wow, just look at how that pink is so shimmery when I apply the top coat. That was hands down my favorite color from this 4-piece powder set from Pretty Diva. Like, it was just so pretty. And I'm just going to continue applying this top coat to all of my nails. Such a satisfying process, especially when I buff over the nails. Oh yeah, and speaking of buffing over the nails, I did use the cuticle oil buffing method. Since I've discovered that, I haven't stopped doing it yet. So every set that you have seen since I discovered that, I have been using the cuticle oil to buff over my nails. But yeah, I'm just going to let this part finish playing out. Once I was done adding the top coat, I did cure in my nail light for 30 seconds, and as you can see, it looks really shiny, and y'all, I love that top coat. It worked really good. But yeah, so now I wanted to add some charms, but the only thing is I was afraid that these different color of golds wouldn't look right. Like, I never have the same color gold or like the same shade of gold. I wanted to add a little bit more gold to the set just because I did add those flakes in there, and I felt like it would have looked off place if I didn't add any more gold. So I'm going in with this little teddy bear charm that came in one of the Macar Your Nail Lab boxes. And I think you can purchase these separate on the website. I do believe you can also get these from Shein. But I'm just using some of my Jelly Tips rhinestone adhesive, and I'm just going in, putting it where I want it to be placed. Once I have it straight how I like, I am just going to flash cure it with my mini curing flashlight, which is also linked in my Amazon storefront. Going in with a little bit more of this glue, I am going to be putting some of these smaller gold rhinestones around the cuticle area, just keeping it very simple but also tying in more of that gold look. Like I said, these golds were not the same shade, but I really did love how the set turned out. I feel like the gold complemented the pink and white nicely. So I did go ahead and place my hand in the light for another 30 seconds just to make sure that these rhinestones were completely cured. Now I'm going in with my cuticle oil from Not Polished. Like I've been mentioning since this arrived and used it the first time on my channel, I love this cuticle oil. It smells so good. This is the Not Polished cuticle oil in the peach scent. It smells so good and it's so nourishing. I'm just rubbing that into my cuticles. Once I fully rub that in, this is how the nails are looking. I think this set turned out so pretty, and I felt like I was able to do a lot more using these dip powders as acrylic powders. Like I mentioned, I do feel like they should be promoting this as a 2-in-1 dip powder because it works really nicely as acrylics. And if you are interested in getting these, I will have this link down below. Also, make sure to check out my other video where I did another set using the gel base coat method and these dip powders using different colors. I think it was so pretty. But yeah, these are how the nails turned out. I do love how they look in the sunlight, especially that pink. That pink will always forever catch my eye. Like, it was just so shimmery, and it was just everything I love about nails. I really love how this little bear charm looks on my nail. Even though it did cover up my ombre, I do feel like it's still very pretty. I don't think the different color of golds were that noticeable either. I think that's everything I have to mention. I will link everything down below. Make sure to check out the description box. Comment down below what you thought about this nail set, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.